Samsung, proud sponsor of TechBusters.
2 years ago, the United Nations declared access to the internet a basic human right, enabling individuals to exercise their freedom of opinion and expression. Project Isizwe is embarking on the largest free public Wi-Fi initiative in Africa, targeting low-income communities.
It all kind of started around about November last year when we made the first phase live in Tshwane, where we had a capacity for about 25,000 people. About a month ago, we deployed further capacity for about 1 million people, all in Mamelodi, Atteridgeville, Shoshongove, public space Wi-Fi, absolutely free. So right now we're deploying another 400 sites in Tshwane. That'll bring the total size to about 620 by this time next year. That'll be capacity for 3 million people on public access free Wi-Fi in the townships of Tshwane.
The Western Cape government is the first provincial legislature to subsidize internet access, partnering with Project Isizwe to roll out free Wi-Fi hotspots throughout the province.
Well, we connect 90,000 people through this project, and it's kind of like really just a trial project. But overall, we're spending 1.3 billion rand on connecting broadband connections between schools, hospitals, clinics, libraries. So we're connecting government.
If you're really going to move the needle, you need to get into places like Eastern Cape and KwaZulu-Natal. In particular, I'm trying to get a bit of traction in KwaZulu-Natal for the rural areas, places like the Valley of 1,000 Hills and northern KZN. But we've also had interest from other African countries. We've been invited to go and speak to Uganda, Liberia, Zimbabwe and Botswana.
Given the extreme inequality of education in South Africa, initiatives like Project Isizwe are critical in bridging the digital divide.
Kids definitely need alternative and additional learning environments. So yes, we've already started by introducing a new mathematics program for grade 9, which is internet based. I've always believed that if you put children in school uniform, you equalize them. Nobody's rich and nobody's poor because all of them has got the same uniform. And I believe that this whole notion of making them technology literate, it's got the same effect. So if you put somebody next to somebody from a more resource school and you put them on the internet, they will be doing the same stuff there.
During the recent launch in the small village of Toesranton off the south coast, a resourceful resident found a way to significantly boost his Wi-Fi range to connect to the free public network.
So some innovator decided they're not going to walk through the rain and go and stand outside the school or wherever to get their connection. They're going to come up with a plan. And so it's very simple. It's a piece of extension lead that they've taken that they can connect their computer or their device to it. They've gone and bought a Wi-Fi booster, which is inside this little Coke bottle with a little aerial. That's where the money lies. It's the cost of the actual booster and the aerial. So you're looking at about 150 Rand for that at the moment. They've taken a plastic bottle to make it waterproof. They've siliconed it in there, and they've taken a can and spread a can so it can actually be directional. And suddenly 300 meters becomes a kilometer.
Of extreme value to government is the data generated by users on the network, which allows the state to identify what services are needed in which communities.
Are we going to find more school kids downloading educational material? Are we going to find more businesses looking for financial services or for accounting services? I don't know what those answers are. Are we going to find what is it that people are going to be using this highway for? And then that'll also help us to say, well, listen, this is where the demand lies. And then we can say, well, is there enough supply? Do we need to help that supply? Do we need to make that available to the general public so that an entrepreneur can come in and fill that gap?
Users will have access to 250 megabytes of free data per device each day, which would otherwise cost around 350 Rand a month through a paid subscription. In addition, there will be unlimited free browsing on a specialized content portal, Tobetsa, offering access to government services as well as educational and job searching resources such as Wikipedia and Gumtree.